The struggle is real, living paycheck to paycheck in America. Have you ever found yourself counting down the days until your next paycheck? Or wondering how you're going to make it to the end of the month with enough money to cover all your bills? If so, you're not alone. Millions of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet and facing financial insecurity every day. In this video, we're going to explore the reality of living paycheck to paycheck in America. We'll take a look at the statistics and data that illustrate just how many people are facing this challenge, and we'll dive into the consequences of living with this constant financial stress. But it's not all bad news. We'll also discuss strategies for breaking free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle, both at the individual level and through policy solutions. So, whether you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, have in the past, or just want to learn more about this critical issue, stick around. The struggle is real, but with the right information and tools, we can work towards a more secure and financially stable future for all. The current state of affairs when it comes to living paycheck to paycheck in America is alarming. According to a recent survey by CareerBuilder, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, meaning they struggle to make ends meet without relying on their next paycheck. This is an increase from 75% just 1 year prior. One of the factors driving this trend is the rise of debt. Americans collectively owe over $14 trillion in debt, including credit card debt, student loans, and mortgages. With interest rates on loans and credit cards often high, many people find themselves struggling to pay down their balances and falling further into debt. Another contributing factor is the shift away from cash-based transactions. With the rise of online banking and the widespread use of debit and credit cards, it's easier than ever to spend money without realizing the impact it will have on your bank account. Without the friction of physically counting out cash or balancing a checkbook, it's easy to overspend and find yourself struggling to make it to the next paycheck. In fact, research shows that people tend to spend more money when using cards instead of cash, due to the perceived separation between spending and the impact on their bank account. All of these factors combine to create a challenging financial landscape for many Americans. But it's important to remember that this isn't a problem that people have brought upon themselves. It's a systemic issue that requires systemic solutions. In the next section, we'll explore the consequences of living paycheck to paycheck, and why it's so difficult to break free from this cycle. Living paycheck to paycheck may seem like a small inconvenience, but it can have far-reaching consequences that impact not just your financial stability, but also your mental health and social life. First, let's talk about the financial impact. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, any unexpected expense can be catastrophic. A car repair, a medical bill, or a home repair can all throw your budget into chaos and leave you scrambling to make ends meet. This can lead to a cycle of debt, as you turn to credit cards or loans to cover these unexpected expenses. And because you're living so close to the edge, any small financial setback can quickly turn into a major financial crisis. But the consequences of living paycheck to paycheck go beyond just the financial impact. It can also take a toll on your mental health. The stress of constantly worrying about money, and the fear of what might happen if you lose your job or face a major expense, can be overwhelming. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues that can be difficult to overcome. Finally, there's the social impact of living paycheck to paycheck. When you're struggling to make ends meet, it's hard to participate in social activities or take advantage of opportunities that require financial resources. This can lead to isolation and a feeling of being left out, which can further exacerbate mental health issues. So, the consequences of living paycheck to paycheck are real and significant. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at why it's so difficult to break free from this cycle, and what can be done to improve the situation. Breaking free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle is easier said than done. There are a number of factors that make it difficult to escape this financial trap. First, there's the issue of income. Many people simply don't earn enough money to cover their basic expenses, let alone save for the future. Despite a strong economy and low unemployment rates in recent years, wages for many workers have remained stagnant, while the cost of living continues to rise. This means that even with a full-time job, many people still struggle to make ends meet. Another factor is the high cost of debt. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, it's hard to save money and build wealth. And when you have debt, a significant portion of your income goes towards paying off that debt, leaving little room for saving or investing. This can make it feel like you're stuck in a perpetual cycle of debt, with no way to get ahead. But perhaps the biggest factor that makes it difficult to escape the paycheck to paycheck cycle is the lack of financial education and resources. Many people simply don't know how to manage their money effectively, or how to create a budget and stick to it. And without access to affordable financial services, like low-cost bank accounts and credit counseling, it's hard to get the help you need to improve your financial situation. All of these factors make it difficult to break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle. But it's important to remember that it's not impossible. In the next section, we'll discuss strategies and resources that can help you improve your financial situation and work towards a more secure future. While escaping the paycheck to paycheck cycle is challenging, there are steps you can take to improve your financial situation and work towards a more secure future. Here are some strategies that can help. 1. Live on less than you make. This might seem obvious, but it's a crucial first step towards financial stability. This means creating a budget that includes all of your expenses, and making sure your income is higher than your expenses. If you're currently living beyond your means, it's time to cut back on discretionary spending and focus on your needs. 2. Build an emergency fund. One of the biggest challenges of living paycheck to paycheck is the lack of financial cushion. Even a small unexpected expense can throw your budget into chaos. That's why it's important to build an emergency fund that can cover at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. This can help you weather unexpected financial storms without turning to debt. 3. Pay off debt. High-interest debt can be a major obstacle to financial stability. By paying off your debt as quickly as possible, you can free up more of your income for savings and investments. This might mean cutting back on discretionary spending and using that money to pay off debt faster. 4. Invest in your education and career. One of the most effective ways to increase your earning potential is to invest in your education and career. This might mean going back to school to earn a degree or certification, or seeking out professional development opportunities in your field. By increasing your skills and knowledge, you can make yourself more valuable to employers and increase your earning potential. 5. Seek out resources and support. There are many resources available to help you improve your financial situation, from free credit counseling services to low-cost banking options. Take advantage of these resources to learn more about managing your money effectively and get the support you need to make positive changes. By taking these steps and making a commitment to live within your means, you can break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle and create a more secure financial future for yourself and your family. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your finances and start building a better life. Living paycheck to paycheck is a reality for millions of Americans, but it doesn't have to be a permanent one. By taking steps to improve your financial situation and build a more secure future, you can break free from this cycle and achieve your financial goals. It's important to remember that there's no one-size-fits-all solution to this problem. Every person's financial situation is unique, and the strategies that work for one person may not work for another. But by focusing on the basics, living on less than you make, building an emergency fund, paying off debt, investing in your education and career, and seeking out resources and support, you can create a solid foundation for financial stability and success. Remember, breaking free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle is a process, and it won't happen overnight. But with determination, discipline, and a willingness to learn and grow, you can achieve your financial goals and create the life you want. So take the first step today. Create a budget, start saving for an emergency fund, or seek out resources and support in your community. No matter where you are on your financial journey, there's always something you can do to improve your situation and move closer to your goals. Thank you for watching, and we wish you all the best on your path to financial freedom. This video that was authored by OpenAI's ChatGPT. With the company taking on billions of dollars in investments, this is the perfect time to find out ways for this innovative tool to help you learn about personal finance. Audio for this video was provided by NaturalSoft Limited's Natural Reader AI software using their commercial license. Per their website, this license allows you to use its software and voices for commercial or public use. This includes, but is not limited to, YouTube videos, public announcements, broadcasts, and e-learning.